Question 46. Question 46 asks that respiration is essential for. Respiration is essential for. So if we talk about options A is given as cell division. So respiration is obviously essential for cell division because for cell division there is a need of ATP, and if there is a need of ATP, respiration is essential for cell division. So A is also for A is required. B is conversion of insoluble food to a soluble. If we have to break a insoluble food to the soluble food, then also there is a need of energy. So for B also there is a respiration, need of respiration. C is given as maintaining balance of carbon cycle. Yes, for maintenance of carbon cycle also there is a need of what energy, and respiration is required. D is given as all of this. So for all of the above there is a need of respiration for the energy. So D is correct. Next is question 47. Question 47 asks that how many ATP are produced during a passing of one pair of proton through the F0 F1 channel. So ATP produced on passing of one pair of proton or H plus through F0 F1 unit. So you know that F0 F1 unit are present like this, and they are present in inner mitochondrial membrane at crista. When a pair of proton means 2H plus passes through F0 and F1, ADP react with inorganic phosphate and formation of 1 ATP occurs. So here 1 ATP gets synthesized on passing of a pair of protons. So option A is correct answer. Next is question 48. Question 48 asks that TCA cycle is a now TCA cycle is a nothing but known as tricarboxylic acid cycle. It is known as tricarboxylic acid cycle, and it is also known as Krebs cycle. Now if we go with the option, TCA cycle is a, option A is given as a direct oxidation pathway. So it is not a direct oxidation pathway because no O2 used directly. There is a synthesis of NADH2, and when NADH2 break through ETS, there is a use of oxygen and ATP are obtained. So it is not a direct oxidative pathway. Option B is given as the indirect deoxidation pathway. Yes, it is an indirect oxidation pathway as given in this one. C is given as both of one or T, both one of case cannot then, and none of this also cannot be there. So B is the correct answer, that it is a indirect oxidation pathway because it need ETS for gaining energy and for usage of O2 and gaining of ATP. Question 49. Question 49 asks that the high energy bonds of ATP are between high energy bonds of ATP are present between. So if we talk about the ATP is known as adenosine triphosphate, and if we talk a structure of this, it is like this. There is a ribose sugar, there is a nitrogenous base associated at the first position, and at fifth position you will find a presence of so if you see here, there is a phosphate and oxygen bond. There is a bond between a phosphate and oxygen bond, and these two are high energy high energy bond. So if we talk about here, there is a phospho and hydride bond between two phosphate molecule, and that actually are the high energy bonds and they are less stable. So there is a bond between oxygen and phosphorus, that is a high energy bond. So D is the correct answer. Next is question 50. Question 50 asks that when a molecule of pyruvic acid, is subjected to a anaerobic respiration, means when it undergo anaerobic respiration, fermentation will occur. Anaerobic respiration, then fermentation occurs. Now in breakdown of pyruvic acid through a fermentation, there is a use of 1 NADH2 for each pyruvic acid molecule, means there is an involvement of 3 ATP or loss of 3 ATP molecules. So A is the correct answer for the question 50. Question 51. Question 51 asks that glycolysis was invented by. Glycolysis was invented by. Now glycolysis was invented by Emden, Meyerhoff and Parnas. So because of this, glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. Now the name of these three scientists is not given in any option, so D becomes the correct answer, that is none of the above. So D is correct answer. Next is question 52. Question 52 asks that cytochromes are. If we talk about cytochromes are the electron carrier which are used in a photosynthesis as well as respiration. Now the thing is that cytochrome contain Fe, that is ion with porphyrin pigment. Now electron pass through the cytochrome, reducing there. When electron passes through cytochrome, they reduce from Fe plus 3 into Fe plus 2. So here this cytochrome are Fe plus 2 containing with porphyrin pigment. So option D is correct answer. Question 53. Question 53 asks that it is responsible for seed dormancy. Responsible for seed dormancy. Now if you go with the option A is given as high concentration of gibberellic acid. Now gibberellic acid induce seed germination, not seed dormancy, so it is incorrect. B is given as hard seed coat. Yes, if there is a hard seed coat, it becomes mechanically resistant and it does not allow the embryo to grow. So it can be possible that the hard seed coat is responsible for seed dormancy. C is given as loose seed coat. If there is a loose seed coat, then embryo can grow and come out of this, so it is not possible. And D is given as chilling condition. Chilling conditions if given the enzymes will not work and enzymes become inactive, so they cannot help in chilling condition. So if we talk about chilling conditions, some of the seeds required a chilling condition to germinate. So chilling condition help in germination, not responsible for the seed condition. So B, hard seed coat is the correct answer. Next is question 54. Question 54 asks that fermentation is represented by a equation. Fermentation is represented by a equation. So if we talk about the fermentation is of two type. One is alcoholic fermentation and another one is lactic acid fermentation. Now if we talk about the first reaction, that is saying that C6H12O6 plus 6O2 give rise to 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus 673 kilocalorie. So this is a reaction of aerobic respiration. It is a reaction of aerobic respiration, not of anaerobic. So it cannot be the answer. B is given as C6H12O6 give rise to C2C2H5OH plus 2CO2 plus 18 kilocalorie. So if 2C2H5OH is there, means ethyl alcohol is forming, so it is alcoholic fermentation. So it is a correct answer. C is given as 6CO2 plus 12H2 give rise to 6,6H12O6, means it is about talking about the glucose synthesis, means this is a reaction of photosynthesis, so that cannot be there. And D is given as again 6CO2 plus 6H2O give rise to the C6H12O6, that is also representing a photosynthesis, so that cannot be the answer. So B is the correct answer, which is showing alcoholic fermentation. Next is question 55. Question 55 asks that the aerobic respiration yield, the aerobic respiration yields. Now as you know that aerobic respiration involved glucose to pyruvic acid breakdown, and from glucose to pyruvic acid it is known as glycolysis. From pyruvic acid, if aerobic respiration is there in the presence of O2, from one glucose 2 molecule of pyruvic acid are formed. So in the presence of O2, 2 molecule of acetyl coenzyme A will form, and this 2 acetyl coenzyme A will carry out 2 Krebs cycle. They will carry out 2 Krebs cycle. Now in glycolysis there is a synthesis of 2 NADH2 and 4 ATP. Okay, 2 NADH2 and 4 ATP. Out of 4 ATP, 2 ATP get used. 2 ATP get used. So ultimately 2 ATP remain. Next, in link reaction, it is known as a link reaction. There is a synthesis of 2 NADH2 as 2 acetyl coenzyme are formed. In one Krebs cycle, there is a synthesis of 3 NADH2, 1 FADH2 and 1 GTP. Same way in another Krebs cycle, here also 3 NADH2, 1 FADH2 and 1 GTP. So if we calculate total, then total 2 to 4, 4, 3, 7, 7, 3, 10, 10 NADH2, total 10 NADH2, 1 and 2 FADH2, and if we talk about ATP, then ATP are more, but GTP are synthesized 2. So option D become correct answer. Total, if we talk about this 10 NaDH2, this, okay, so here this all yield 38 ATPs. Question 56. Question 56 asks that which one of the following is the first step of glycolysis? First step of glycolysis, and glycolysis where a breakdown of glucose into pyruvic acid occur. Now first step if we talk about, then what happens? Glucose converted into glucose 6 phosphate, and in this conversion there is a utilization of 1 ATP which yield 1 ADP, and phosphate get attached to the 6th carbon of glucose, so glucose 6 phosphate is formed, and this carried out in the presence of hexokinase. So what is happening here? Glucose is getting phosphorylated, so option B become correct answer, that is phosphorylation of glucose. So B is the correct answer. Next is question 57. Question 57 asks that in geometric Google growth, lag phase is represented by, in geometrical growth. Now if we talk about the geometric growth, in geometric growth what happens? One cell divide and it produce two cells by mitosis. Now these two cells again it will divide and give rise to the another two new cells, and same thing continues. So the cell is going to increase in exponential phase. But if we talk about here, initially they prepare themselves to the what? Utilization of nutrients, then they show exponential, and then limiting phase occurs when the nutrient get limited. So in geometric growth there is a limited nutrient, so if with respect to time the growth is like this. Now this is known as lag phase, this is known as log phase, and this is known as stationary phase. Okay, now the question is in lag phase represented by, so lag phase is the initial phase where is a slow growth, but in log phase there is a sudden growth. So option C become correct answer, that lag phase represents the initial slow growth. So C is the correct answer. Question 58. Question 58 asks that in alcoholic fermentation, in alcohol fermentation, so what happens that we have to select with respect to the statement given. Now we remember that in alcoholic fermentation first glycolysis happens, then alcoholic fermentation will occur. So first glycolysis, then alcoholic fermentation. So option A is given as oxygen is electron acceptor. No, oxygen is not electron acceptor, because if oxygen is act as an electron acceptor, then it becomes aerobic respiration, but it is a alcoholic fermentation. Now B is given as triose phosphate is electron donor, while acetaldehyde is electron acceptor. Now if we talk about alcoholic fermentation, it involves a glycolysis and it involves alcoholic fermentation. Now PGAL, which are a respiratory entered in glycolysis. Now during a breakdown of PGAL into the 1,3 bis phosphoglyceraldehyde, there is a synthesis of NADH2, and this PGAL can be considered as a triose phosphate. So this is a triose phosphate during a glycolysis from which a NADH2 synthesis occurs. Now this NADH2 are used during a breakdown of pyruvic acid to alcohol, and there pyruvic acid react with NADH2 to form acetaldehyde. So now if we go with the option, here this triose phosphate is an electron donor, so NADH2 gets synthesized and this electron are received by the NAD. But here NADH2 act as a electron donor and acetaldehyde act as a what, electron acceptor. So the B option is the correct answer. Next is given as C option. Triose phosphate is an electron donor and pyruvic acid is electron, and no, pyruvic acid is not an electron acceptor. Option D, there is no electron donor. Yes, there is an electron donor, so it is not correct. It's the correct answer. Next is question 59. Question 59 asks that the plant similar to animal in the requirement of cellular respiration. Plant similar to animal in requirement of cellular respiration. So if we go with this, the fungi are the plant which have similarity with the animals with respect to the energy requirement. And next is question 60. Question 16 asks that dwarfness can be controlled by treating the plant with. Dwarfness can be controlled by. As you know, dwarfness can be controlled by means a removal of dwarfness. It is known as bolting, and the bolting effect is carried out by a gibberellic acid. So B is the correct answer, and this removal of dwarfness of bolting occur by internode elongation. When internode elongation occurs, the height of the plant get increased, and that is carried out by the gibberellic acid.